prolific German writer and philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche once wrote, "If you gaze into the abyss gazes also into you." The so-called abyss Nietzsche mentions can be interpreted as referring to many different things, such as the emptiness of the universe or perhaps any form of radical disillusionment with the human race. Well, I can put all of the theorizing to rest, for I have seen the abyss for myself. It is a realm of inane dialogue and inert characterization, of Care Bear werewolves and Hot Topic vampires. That's right, the abyss is the Twilight Saga. And maybe also Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. Yeah, that's a real movie too. Seriously, what the Anyway, I have now watched all 3 of the Twilight movies, and as if that wasn't bad enough, I watched both New Moon and Eclipse on the same day. You might think that led to twice the pain, like a KFC Double Down, except with the artery-jamming deliciousness replaced with screaming fan babies and sparkling super tarts. And indeed, I must now declare that the experience of attending a showing of the 3rd movie Eclipse was, in fact, not entirely awful. And no, I'm not referring to the movie itself. We'll get to that momentarily. But ever since the first Twilight film committed the worst all-out violation of my senses since those hellish vuvuzelas. Speaking of which, I wonder what would happen if... Oh no. The point is, I've been dying to mingle with the Twihard masses for myself, and I was actually able to do so. The results? Well, they range from the shockingly sane...
Have you ever heard of a woman that goes by the name of Anne Rice?
Yes.
Okay. Anne Rice or Twilight?
Anne Rice.
There we go.
To the not-so-sane...
Would you rather see Twilight or Harry Potter?
Sorry?
Would you rather see Twilight or Harry Potter?
Twilight. Twilight is, more adultish.
And things were going just fine until...
So, that was Twilight interview number 3. I'm sorry, 3 or 4. What?
Y'all can't be videotaping in here, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
So, despite a certain someone never ever showing up to the movie, I had a good time. As for the 3rd film itself, well, it actually felt like a movie this time. There was, palpable tension, adequate action, and I'll be damned if I didn't find myself caught up in the whole thing once or twice. I mean, it wasn't a good movie, but when my thoughts only lean towards suicide twice, it's already a marked improvement over the first film. But something tells me you didn't click on this review to see me sing the praises of Spaz and Bitchy Blowhard, so rest assured. While the 3rd movie is kind of tolerable, the 2nd movie... Let's just say the works of Dante somehow failed to mention the 11th level of hell, New Moon. And for the record, the 10th level is Surf Nazis Must Die. I couldn't even make these movies up if I tried, okay?
The Volturi are the closest thing my world has to royalty. They enforce the law.
Vampires have laws?
Yes, Bella, vampires do have laws. But as far as I can discern, there is only one. Being the biggest douche-tard that you can possibly be. Now, I know I've given our glittery goober Edward a lot of flack, but after seeing his behavior in these last 2 movies, I felt compelled to put my money where my mouth is and find scientific evidence of his assholeness. And so, it's time to put Eddie Weddy through the ringer and give him the official evaluation test for being an abusive partner, courtesy of RecoveryMan.com. Number 1, is jealous or possessive towards her. Number 2, tries to control her by being very bossy or demanding. Number 3, tries to isolate her by demanding she cut off social contacts and friendships. Number 4, is violent and or loses his temper quickly. Number 5, her family and friends have warned her about the person or told her that they are concerned for her safety or emotional well-being. 6, sparkles like a pussy in the sunlight. No, really, that's on there, I swear. Now, see, that's the real problem with the Twilight Saga. I mean, sure, New Moon's a terrible movie with no sense of internal logic, but that in and of itself is harmless to everything but the intellect. But the way the movies portray Bella as a weakling and Edward as an abusive jerk-off send a negative message to the target audience. Why must the movies make it seem like Chris Brown and Rihanna were the ideal relationship? Is it too much to ask that these films not glorify crazy people? Oh well, at least I'm through with these movies forever and ever. Oh god, wait, they're making more?!
Looking but they never can see all the interruption of a dishonesty. Think about the time and places you never known. You're a man, so I'm out. If you're alone, so I give you me. I give you nothing. I give you me. I give you nothing. So you gotta please the best you can.